I know, but when I'm fucked up, that's the real me. Right, Bri?
It's the real everybody.
Since the last day of Gemini season, is that why I'm just ready to act all wild?
Is it the last day?
It's June 19th.
Yeah, because there's June Cancer. No.
It's a lot of shit this month. Juneteenth is today. Happy Juneteenth to me who had to slave on my own holiday. And what else am I thinking
They
of?
didn't cancel school. I was on for school.
Nothing was canceled for the black man today.
So loud.
That's just how I felt, you know what I mean? Like, that's just like, could have just used this as like a reparations day, you know? That's all.
Could have.
But you know what? Nah, it's cool. I like to make money, so I did what I had to do. It's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Didn't know that.
Hell yeah.
It's Pride Month. It's a lot of shit this month.
National Dinosaur Month.
National what?
Is it really?
Yeah, National
Oh.
Dinosaur Month.
Today was National fucking Martini Day. Wednesday was National Whiskey Day. All these bullshit ass holidays.
This Wednesday?
You know what? This is gonna be very selfish of me. This is very OJ and Kanye Black of me, but since everyone's just declaring their own day, I'm declaring today National Jordan Day. National George Day.
You should do that
National
tomorrow. Wait, you have to do
J-Smoove
that
Day.
tomorrow. You can't do that on Juneteenth.
Anywho, that's one of my toxic traits.
I can do it.
No, why didn't do it?
I just have this Gemini toxic trait inside of me, alright? Sometimes when I get a little wild, I just remember there's Kanye West and there's Donald Trumps out there in the world that are also Geminis. Ryan's a Gemini. It's not our fault, okay? Thank you. So, what toxic traits have you dealt with from a previous partner, Bri? Or what have you done to make what have you done? Whatever the fucking proper English is. This is my fucking English. What have you done to make situations in the past? I'm addicted to you because you know that you're toxic. What you got for me? How toxic was you in the past? Or with someone else?
I was very toxic.
What made it toxic?
Motherfucker.
I feel like there's so many different levels of toxic. And it's just, I feel like every relationship has a toxic nature. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes it just overspills and it just blows up.
I mean, there's the toxic flags that look kind of orange when
Some toxic stuff is good, some toxic stuff is bad.
It's like your red flags.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like a toxic one prime example with some, whatever situations in my lifetime. If you have a partner where you have sex a lot, if you go stretches where you don't have sex, because you have so much sex, it becomes toxic and the other person thinks that you're giving out love behind their back. It's crazy, and as crazy as that sounds, you know what I mean? People who knock the boots every single night that be in there getting it, you know what I mean? They really be like, if they don't have, if they're off like 3 or 4 nights, it's like, oh, like, what's going on? Like, you don't want to fuck me? Like, it's like, nah, like, I mean, I never thought about it. Like, I didn't know I had to, like.
I mean, I feel like that also comes with, like, time, like, in a relationship. Like, the longer you're together, generally speaking, the less you fuck.
I mean, I'm always a down rider. It just depends. Like, some nights I'll be tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some mornings I wake up and, you just gotta get your motivation out to start the day. So you do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes when nighttime comes around, it's like.
Didn't we do the math of one of the times that you were on the cast and it was like, you need to have sex almost 45 to like 55% of the year?
We did math.
Did we do that?
Yeah, like the number of days that he counted out of the month, basically multiplied out, it's like 50 to 55% of the year you need to be having sex.
More like every other day.
Yeah, like that was almost the equivalent.
See,
it was every other day, or if not every other 3
days. The over under for the week should be 3.5. Everyone should have a 3.5.
Fucking nuts.
Someone should have, no, think about it. Some weeks it's 3 days, some weeks it's 4 days, some weeks it's 2 days, some weeks it's 5 days. Sometimes you get a 2-week gap.
But so like, if that's what you feel and someone else doesn't feel that in a relationship,
it's cool. I got a vivid imagination.
Yeah, but like,
listen, I'm a creative
what
cat.
What if they're worried that you're knocking boots behind?
Or like,
yeah, that's what caused you issues.
Wait. Say this one more time.
So say, like,
If I don't get buns,
no, like even, or like, say you have that expectation. Well, not expectation.
I don't have the
That
expectation.
like
It just
desire and need to do it that often, and then your partner is
Man,
like, I
I'm
don't
cool
want
with
to
eating
do it
some
that
cookies every
often.
single night.
But then that builds slowly builds that weird like resentment of like, oh, am I not good enough because I'm not giving you enough?
That's what I was trying to say.
No, I never hold the standards. Like some nights, I'm a good dude. You know what I mean? Some nights it's just like you don't even have to put in the effort. It's just gotta be like I love you, boo. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hold you. All right, get the fuck off me. All right, and then it's time to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like you gotta do that a couple times a week. You know what I mean? Because you need to be like perfectly like it's gotta be balanced. Like if you go and try to throw that shit every single night, that's just gonna be boring. Like no one wants to fucking knock boots every single night. That shit's exhausting. I can't lie. Like right now inside of me, like at the age that I am right now, I might have one or two good fucks a week because of myself. Sometimes I just be like in the motion, like yeah, like I'm a grown man and I like ass and titties, ass and titties, and I like to but I just be chilling sometimes. I just be like, damn, this is a good view.
I feel like
I can't wait to get the song.
I just want I like to just cuddle. Like I don't necessarily need sex like that often. I mean, God, it's been a long time and I'm kind of dying, but like, it's just one of those like it's been so long. But it's like I don't know when I'm in a relationship, like I don't know my last relationship, we would go like weeks without it, but then that also started making me feel like I wasn't desired in that way, and I need that validation. So like. It's one of those. I don't necessarily need the sex. I just need someone to make me feel wanted and like sexy. But you don't have to have sex to do.
Yeah, honestly, this is why I really. This is gonna sound really bad. I say this a lot. Like I really just be chilling. Like I really am just trying to just chill. You know what I mean? Like I'm Netflix and chill like to the key. Like I Netflix and chill in person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me. Like I gotta be on my own, just doing. I don't know.
And Netflix and chill used to actually mean that, but now it's like I'm gonna crash on your couch while we're watching something.
Ryan, how has it been to watch the whole Netflix? You were probably around when it first started. You were probably like one of the original kids.
It was,
like how did it start? The Netflix and chill start for you in like middle school?
The end of it, but like when I was getting into high school, it was like kind of the bigger thing.
Damn, I wish I could have Netflix and chill
I
high school. That should have been
like fucking what is it?
I mean, Netflix was still like my dad would get DVDs in the mail when I was.
Bree's going back in way time.
That wasn't like middle school. Like when Netflix first came out, it was like.
See, when I was in middle school, there was still Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I got one. I got the MLK picture from Blockbuster for $20 right before they closed. That's right. Do you recognize your toxic traits now, or like did you recognize the traits when you were with whoever you were with?
I did not recognize my toxic traits. I recognized hers, but then afterwards, after a lot of self-discovering, I was like, oh, I was a toxic motherfucker.
I feel like I hate saying this, working in the restaurant industry. Anyone who works in the restaurant industry, you're automatically toxic. I'm sorry. It's the environment you're around every single day. Whether it's your coworkers, whether it's the people that come in there, it's just a percentage of people you're accustomed to seeing in a week. You're a toxic person. I'm one of the most toxic motherfuckers of all time. I see so much shit just because I see it and I experience it, and no matter what, I'm always part of it. It's just a lot of decisions to make. You know what I mean? Like it's just like.
I don't think that makes you toxic.
No, I think most of my most toxic friends all worked in the food industry.
Oh, I mean that.
In the food industry.
So much toxic shit happens. There's so many secrets kept, so many secrets told, so many secrets not. Yeah, it's a lot of bullshit.
Because it's all acting.
Yeah, motherfuckers never loved us. This is like people that never made it to Love Island, but people that I would see on Love Island.
Could you imagine working in somewhere like California? Or
man,
like serving.
California, they make bread too.
Industry?
They actually get paid the minimum wage. I mean, they got to pay like $37,000 more a year than we do, but I don't even know that I made that number up. But
yeah,
it was a random number I was spewing out. That's not actual true facts. I could look it up and find out one day, but that shit ain't gonna happen right the fuck now. So, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like the energy that you're around in a restaurant, because even like people come to restaurants, some people are there doing like some fucked up shit. So you're kind of like, I feel like you're around the energy, so it kind of soaks in a little bit. You're surrounded by it.
Cheating and excessive
Exactly.
drinking and
People flirting with you,
drama.
and you don't even realize when people are flirting with you, and then you don't even realize you're flirting with people, and the next thing you know, someone's grabbing your ass, and asking for the Jimmy Dean sausage. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
have to flirt as a bartender, like, or even as a server. You don't have to flirt per se, but you have to.
you gotta be a bubbly black man. Hey, you gotta be perky.
You have to like.
That's
make
why I'm a bubbly black
someone
man.
Feel good, you know. Oh, I used to like compliment people. Like that's like a big thing. Like
Nah, fuck that.
You
If
also
you
have to look like
compliment
you love your
someone-
job.
I just let everyone know I love life. That's how I work behind the bar. I just act like myself. I curse. I gamble. I look at girls playing tennis in orange today. My God. But it's what I do, and that's part of the toxic traits that I have acquired.
you're not
from
a
the
cheater though.
No, not that.
I feel like that's the ultimate like toxic person, or like a narcissist. Ugh.
What is the definition of a narcissist? How would you break it down?
Essentially, it's someone who's so full of themselves that they believe that everybody should love them and constantly tell them that they love them. And then it's like.
Worship the ground they walk on.
Yes.
Like, these motherfuckers are King Bob from Recess getting carried around in their mind.
Yeah.
And, like, we're just all the peasants below them.
And they just like manipulate you into like making yourself like they constantly make themselves the victim, even though they're the ones being manipulative and abusing you and all that.
Another prime example of this is what she's talking about. Is in the movie Toy Story, when Woody finds out that Buzz has taken over his spot and his room and everything, and Woody is victim to everything and blames Buzz for everything. This is a prime example of what Bri is talking about. So Woody, I love you to death. He's the background on my watch, but she called you a narcissist. But hey, you changed your
He
ways.
learned. He wasn't a true narcissist.
He wasn't a true scumbag. He tried to save Buzz.
He saved Forky at the end, although that was for
That
his
was
own
a different
thing.
one. That was like one of the newer ones.
Yeah, though it was for his own. I relate to Woody.
I mean, I love Woody. Like Woody's one of the realest people out there. Like, that's who I want to admire my friendship as. I want to be like Woody. You know what I mean?
Can we be Woody and Buzz Lightyear?
Howdy.
I'll be Woody. You can be Buzz. I want to be Buzz though. Buzz
Ryan looks more like Buzz.
You do kind of look like Buzz Lightyear.
No, when I shave, it's bad. Oh my god.
Yeah, Ryan, you
Yeah,
should be
like
Buzz
this is-
Lightyear for
For Halloween.
Wait, can
Yeah.
we do it?
Camera Daddy's gonna be
No, I'm actually
Camera Daddy's gonna be Buzz Lightyear.
I'm going to a Joji concert.
You
on
gotta say
Halloween.
Camera Daddy to the rescue.
Can you
I'm
be
dressed up as
Mr.
Pink Guy.
Potato Head?
Hell no.
Why?
Nah. Mr. Potato Head,
What about
he
Rex?
reminded me of like an old fat guy.
What about Rex? He's cool.
Nah, he wasn't smart.
You could be Jesse. No, it's not Jesse.
You'd
Is
be
it
more
Jesse?
like Jesse.
No.
Then who the fuck would you be?
Thought I was Woody.
No.
What about?
You're more like Slinky. No, I'm just
No!
Oh, this bitch
Damn!
squeak. This bitch squeak.
I mean, he's kind of not wrong. Squeaky.
Yeah, you're on
You
your-
could be Squeaky.
Hell no, I'm not being squeaky. Listen, I have to be in all the Toy Stories, alright? I'm sorry, like, I'm an original cast member.
I'll be Forky. I'm trash. Just walk around being like, "Yo, what's up? I'm trash." Trash.
I really don't know who I'd be besides Buzz Lightyear. I really don't.
No, Ryan, I'm telling you. Ryan's Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so then who would you be?
I told you I'm Woody. I can say all of Woody's lines. If we were to have a scene where we were to go on Broadway,
Live action.
I would be Woody. Like, I would kill all the lines. Like if we had to act that shit out, I'd be just like Woody. I would
Okay.
kill it. I would
So
slay it.
you could be Woody, and
Is there a
then
live action Toy Story?
There should be one. Let's make one. Ryan, you get to be the writer.
this is happening. This is totally happening. All
It's
right.
gotta be a musical moment though.
All right, hold on. We'll come back to this another time. I'll write this down now. The last thing I have to ask. Hold on. Let me write this down. Musical Toy Story.
I'll ask
We
you.
can look it up to make sure it's not already a thing.
Fuck that shit. We'll call it Musical Hood Story.
All right, Jordan. What did you learn from dealing with these traits?
What did I learn from dealing with toxic traits? Honestly, every relationship turns toxic at some point when you have like arguments. And it depends on how you deal with your arguments. It depends, are you going to be spiteful or not? So everyone has been toxic at some point because everybody, I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are. I don't give a fuck if this is the fucking Notebook. Them motherfuckers
That
were
was
spiteful
toxic
to
as
each
hell.
Exactly. They were spiteful to each other at some point. They did things in spite of the other person's actions. So that is a toxic trait. Mic drop with the DJ J-Smoove pen.
Did you actually? Oh my
That's
god,
right.
where did you get this? Did you get these made?
Yeah, I did.
Yo, bro, give me some.
I got you.
Where'd you get these?
Already
Did you get these from
already
Vistaprint?
stolen.
From you with your business cards?
Oh yeah, Ryan got one Friday. I forgot.
Wow.
Yeah, I
You
forgot.
weren't here.
Pen back. I live here. It's called throw one on my bed.
But honestly, I don't think. I mean, the problem is like things have gotten worse as I've gotten older. I've gotten more toxic. Like it's not my fault. Like, alright, that's me playing victim. I'm sorry, but listen. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to play victim. It really is not my fault. I have a job where I meet a lot of people, and I really am just laid back. Like I'm really just chilling. First episode when I ever made my podcast, the Jordan Rules podcast. My first rule was be cool, be chilling. To this fucking day, I am being cool and I am being chilling. Whatever the fuck that means. But I am just chilling, dog. Like, but people kind of like. It's a song by Meek Mill. You feel the vibe, it's contagious. Like, it's the vibe, it's contagious. Like, I'm really just chilling. Like, everyone just wants to chill. Like, nobody wants to be out here. Like, I'm sorry, I'm too old to be fighting. I'm too old to be arguing with people. I'm too old to be wasting my motherfucking time.
I just really wanted to poke your head
That's what 5 years of you.
because I forgot.
Well, wait
I
for
was
it to
going
grow.
to say something.
Nothing.
I heard what you said, but I was like, what? Oh, no, I had a thought. And you ruined it. No, I can get this. It's right here. It's right in my brain. Okay.
Here.
So you said you feel like you're getting more toxic the older you get.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Okay.
Especially at this age, if you're 34 and like not married and like have kids, like you're a toxic motherfucker. I don't give a fuck
If
what
Jordan
anyone
10
says.
years, he's gonna be a crush.
Oh, if 10 years from now, I'm still in the same boat. I am probably one of the most toxic men. I'm up there with Dennis Rodman. I'm up there with the most fucked up people in the world.
You
But go
won't be
ahead.
though, because we have a marriage pact. If it's not fulfilled by my other one first.
We had one with
Yeah,
the
we
same
are.
person. Shh. I didn't say a name.
I'm first. I win.
I don't know.
Because I'm
Alright,
right.
guys, stop fighting.
Listen,
You.
I had.
Was it you, right? I was like, did I make one with you? No.
See, I told y'all last week. Bree got one with everybody, and I said that to the other person. Bree got that
I
shit with
don't.
everybody,
I
dog.
have one.
Nah, she lying.
One.
There was a stranger walking down the street getting trashed last week. She said, "Yo, 2025. If you still doing this and like you ain't got nobody with you, like call me. Like you know the address. You know the address, dog."
Yeah, you're right. Jordan is toxic as fuck.
Okay, my point was, would you consider going to therapy?
For what?
Yeah.
Being a toxic
For what? For being toxic?
No. Okay, so I feel like I've
It's
worked
part of being a
through a
Gemini,
lot of
a
my
little bit.
toxicity through therapy. I learned what my real like flaws were, how I handle shit, and like I'm not gonna be perfect, but I have ways to like
Oh,
move through that.
I know all my issues.
So then why are you still being like
I am who I thought you were, right? I am who I am. I'm old. Like,
I don't think you're toxic. I think you're just a Gemini.
Exactly. I'm not, honestly, I'm not, I don't want to be toxic. I just can't help that girls just want to have fun. And that's just me being the bubbly black man that I am. Like, I just like the bullshit and have
I
fun.
feel like it just comes with being like an attractive, like,
Bubbly
black man.
Yeah.
Or a woman.
Like,
I get that shit all the time.
you ever see that old commercial?
People love that.
After this, we'll change this. This is meant to be the most toxic thing I've ever said. But like when I be hosting like some things and like the old people be out and like, you know that commercial with the Nutritrenics or whatever the fuck it's called, and it was like the baseball player.
Oh.
And then she would be like, "Is that Frank Thomas, the big hurt, the big hurt?"
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Oh no, more like the big hunk." And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is fucking 60s soft porn. This is the shit these motherfuckers got off to during the fucking Vietnam War, and now they're fucking using this for a fucking commercial."
Sex sells?
So that happens at entertainment nights when people grab my ass. So anywho, that's what I was trying to get to. Motherfuckers be grabbing my ass because they look at me like, not the big hurt,
Because
the
you're a
big
piece
hunk.
of meat, Jordan.
Exactly. It's not my fault.
I should be pressing charges.
I got junk in the trunk. I ain't scared to
He
admit
does
it.
have junk in the trunk. He has a very nice ass.
I don't know what I did to get this. Ate a lot of wings as a baby. Certain age, I found ribs and just started eating ribs. And then I started drinking beer. Damn. No, I can't say this. That's a real pause moment. Bri, how was your weekend? No, it was a very pause moment. I can't say what I was about to say. It was kind of fucked up.
Well, that's why I said write it down so I can see it. My week, I didn't really. It was a pretty uneventful, like weekend. Like, I didn't do a lot of tattoos. I'm like super booked this week, but last week was just like a weird. I think everyone's finally transitioned fully into like summer, so like people are all graduated now. School's over. Like it's like
People go to their beach houses.
Yeah. It's like getting into that, like like today was the first day I really felt like it was like summertime. I was like, all right.
Summer trivia question. Thank you. Still gotta write the questions for the week.
What's the question?
I always use every time the season changes. I say the spring equinox, summer equinox. I use it as a trivia question, so that way people who come, they know what's going to come when the season changes. They get a point. You gotta look out for your the people that be there.
Your homies.
But I make it harder because I depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes I'll make it a 2-point question, like I need the date and the exact time that it took place.
Is it not midnight?
No.
Oh, it's a different time every.
Yeah, they're always different times. They're at like 5:34 or
Shit.
so.
Oh well, yeah. My nothing. I didn't have any like. Did I have any? I don't think I had. There was nothing. Nothing. Nada.
No one died on the table.
No, I didn't have anyone like pass out or anything.
So how about this? I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you remember when motherfuckers never loved us? I remember when motherfuckers never loved us. Actually, you know what? Before Bri reads this, our motherfuckers never loved us, I'm going to give us a prime example of motherfuckers loving me. Today, a group of 60 people came to the bar, all at once.
Today?
Yeah.
Not the other day?
Well,
Did that happen twice in a week?
3 times in a week.
Jesus.
Yeah, but today they actually stayed at the bar. And they came in so calm. They made sure they all weren't screaming because they knew it was 60 of them and just one of me. Everything went so smoothly. No one got missed. I didn't need help. And I appreciate when people come to a restaurant and they use, this was all 60 guy golfers. They said please. They said thank you. It made me a happy bartender today. And that was an example.
It's because you're not a woman. That's why they were nice to you.
No, they were no respectful. They knew what was up. They just showed up like 60 people.
Golfers? I don't know.
I mean, they're golfers and I know respectful.
Some of them I know. Not many. Because they're usually all like drunk and belligerent by that point. And
Yeah,
then,
well-
it's a bunch of men who are like, their wives are at home or out with the gal pals, and they're just like, it's because you're a man. Now, if you were a hot, attractive woman behind that bar, they would have treated you differently.
Like how?
Facts. They would have been like pervy. They would have been hitting on. I cannot speak today. Hitting on you. They would have been.
Well,
like,
yeah, that's what happens at PJ Mulligan's. That's why people fucking go there.
Yeah,
to
they
hit
were
on the
probably
girls.
like, "Fuck, we just got this man."
And well, even when I come there, they look at me like, "Fuck, like, damn,
Pretty much every
I
PJ.
don't want this fucking Mandango serving me."
Oh, I was just saying, pretty much every PJs I go to, the girls will fly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like hard not to go to PJs. Be like,
It's okay. Look, been there, done that. I worked at a worse place than that.
No, I ain't got nothing bad to say about PJs. Actually, PJ's Wetlands is my longest job.
Ever.
I think I've been there for 6 years.
I've never worked at a job longer than 3 years. Ever.
5 years has always been mine.
I think my max is.
Yeah, 3 years is like, if I make it past 1 year, then I know I'm gonna usually make it to the 3-year mark. But it's usually under a year.
Yeah, this is my
I don't stay with toxic places.
You ever left first day on the place?
that's a
Yes.
good question.
No.
All of us have.
I got the job and then I just never showed up.
The restaurant industry is the only job industry where I know people will like start working and start training and they're done with the place and be like, nah, I'm done with this shit, I ain't going. And usually it's the night after they did a party or did something stupid. And they're like, yeah, you got work in the morning. Like, yeah, I'll be there, it's fine. Fuck that place, it sucks. And then you wake up the next morning all late. It's either you call and like I'm late and text to the Rivers, or you're just like, nah, I'm on to the next one. Fuck that shit.
I mean, sometimes though I know that's when someone's bitch made is when like I've been working somewhere for like almost a year. I worked at IHOP for so long, and then like someone came there, worked for almost like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Supposed to show up the next day. That's it.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised, but at the same time, I was like, this place is rough, but it's like still good money because it was new. So I was like, you're a dumbass.
Yeah. Ryan and I worked together at First Watch. Ryan got to watch the king at work. I'm one of the greatest servers of all time. I will say that. I literally was like, I'm like LeBron on the serving floor. Like, I can score, I can make sure everyone else eats, and I can clean up the boards.
I'm a testament
Do you
to this.
remember I went on like a first date at First Watch one time?
Oh, shit, I remember.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you really?
You and Jess came in once, right?
Yeah, we did.
Was this when I was working?
Shout out, Jess. I love you, Jess.
It
Thank
was
you.
It was a long time ago, but I wouldn't have known
It's
you.
like a
Oh, no.
year, 2 years ago?
No.
Year and a half? 2 years ago, something like that.
I only worked there for about a year after it opened.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan. I don't know. That's a good point. But go ahead, Bree.
It was funny,
Read.
I didn't know Jordan that well back then.
Read the.
That was the start. Okay. I don't have my glasses, so I might struggle a little bit. This small ass fucking
Yeah, you
writing.
did the retarded big text. The silly
Shit
big
is still
text.
big. What you mean, no?
All right. Anyways, so, quote, great vibe, but unfortunately the staff is poorly trained and there's always an issue with the food. Most recently, my medium rare steak came out extra well done. Then it took over 25 minutes to get a new one. The server told me it would take 2 more minutes and then proceeded to talk to some friend at the end of the bar for 10 minutes. I finally had to go over and ask her to please check on my meal. When we finally tracked down the manager, she said she only got the reorder 8 minutes ago and said it take time to make a new steak. Never ended up eating as everyone else was done. Just a terrible experience. Can I read what the manager said? Because I fucking love this.
Yeah, go ahead.
They responded, and this, hi, blank. She said their name. Like we said in your previous reviews, we profusely apologized about your steak. We got you a new one in 8 minutes, parentheses, 13 minutes from when you got the first one. And you were so upset that we paid for your party's 6-person bill. Your server was the bartender at the outside bars, so she would be behind the bar. We will do our best to do better. And I was just like,
Let that
previous
hoe know.
reviews, I was like, damn.
Clean response.
Like, what else do you want? Like, if they paid for your entire bill for
Yeah,
6
you really can't
people,
complain.
you cannot.
Like, I understand if you're upset that everyone else ate, everyone's gotta watch you eat. It is what it is. I mean, it is different for me. I am a fucking tornado human being. Like, I don't give a fuck what I do in front of people. I get butt naked at Wawa while pumping gas. Like, I really just don't give a fuck. So, but other people, I can understand. Like, people don't want to like have a table of 6, like watching them eat. I get your feelings. Like, I get that you're in your feels, but I'm gonna give a shout out to my friend Angel that I used to work with at PJ's. She said, I don't understand, I don't never will understand why people get so angry when they go out because they didn't want to cook food for their family. You got a free meal. And you're talking steaks? Your bill was probably like over $200. You and your husband was probably getting the fucking
for there, especially
tequila kickers and shit. I know y'all wasn't there twisted to be typing shit like this.
Their bill was probably insane. Like I wouldn't have taken off that entire bill. Hell
That's
no.
a lot of fucking money.
I would have taken off
And
a
did they even
couple of
tip the server?
entrees or like an axe. Probably not.
I don't know. Steaks you gotta be understanding with steaks too, because like I worked
It's
at
so
Texas
hard.
Roadhouse.
It's a ton.
They take not only that, if it's not to someone's perfect pink degree, you know what I mean? They're gonna be like, no, send it back.
Okay, I always want rare, medium rare. If it's not one of those, which is pretty hard to fuck up, at least getting a medium rare.
It's usually
I'll ask.
undercooked.
I like medium. I like medium rare as long as that shit's not like.
I don't mind it moving though.
I don't want that shit wiggling like the fish in the sea. Like I want that shit at least like I still want my red meat. You know what I mean? Alright, but
It's usually undercooked, not overcooked.
I don't know. And okay, so 5 minutes for whatever mistake was clearly
8 minutes.
no. So
Oh.
they said 13 minutes from original timeout. So that was like 5 minutes total for the person to like relay that to the server, and then the server relayed that to the kitchen, which like they're bartending. So it's like that's not even that crazy. And then another 8 minutes to make the fucking.
Well, she said it took over, or I'm sorry, he said it took over 25. People
That's such an
in
exaggeration.
the industry. I have people always like. I had one person tell me one time it had been like 45 minutes since they asked me for something or since they ordered, and I was like, yeah, that's when you got here. That's not when you ordered. I was like, yeah, you sat around, you looked at the menu. I was like, all right, can I get your drinks and like any apps or whatever? You're like, no, I keep coming back. Then you get annoyed that I keep coming back, but you haven't ordered yet. And then you're like, well, can you give us some time? And I'm like,
people be out
okay.
here
And I get
wild.
pissed off that it took so long. And I'm like, what do you want?
This is why we say motherfuckers never loved us. People are very uneducated of like how they're acting. They don't realize how they are acting and how out of pocket they are. Which is why this is a perfect example of why we do motherfuckers never loved us, because they just don't understand. They have not been in these shoes of what's
It
happening.
is to
What
bring
generation
the
does it
awareness to people.
What generation does it the most? Was like the most cranky in the food industry.
Oh, honestly,
So my week, the worst kind of people to deal with, I'll give it to you.
Oh no.
But at the same time, I was always so good at my job it doesn't bother me, but it would eat other fucking people alive. First watch, you get that table of 6 people that come in at 11:45 lunch, right? They're waiting for everyone to show up. It's 3 people. Then it goes from 1 person, table of 6, then it's 2, and then it goes to 4, and it goes to 6, and they're all there. You go over to check to see if they need their orders. It's like 12:18. No, we need a couple more minutes. We haven't even looked yet. You go back at 12:23. You get 3 tables. You're getting your lunch rush. Bam. You go back to like, oh no, we're not ready yet. And then next thing you know, you get like 3 more tables. You're up to like 6 tables. You still got this table of 6 while you're getting to a rhythm. You get into a motion. And then all of a sudden, you're back there with a tray full of drinks. And then someone's walking up like, excuse me, young man. No. They don't do that. They walk up. You have your table full of drinks like. And you just turn around, you're just like, God damn it.
You can't even make it back to the kitchen.
And then, you turn back around and they're like, excuse me, sir, we're ready to order, young man. I'm like, damn, like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, like, I don't gotta hit me with the Cartman yell from South Park. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, you literally just sat here for 45 minutes. But me, you know what? What did I do today on Juneteenth? I smiled all day while slaving. So, that's what I usually do when I'm working. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I'll be right over, madam. Would you like some cookies with your milk too? And that's literally what I do. I kiss a little
You have
bit. But it's bullshit.
It's so.
That's why if I ever get rich, I'm still going to work in a restaurant industry. I'm just going to tell people what it is.
Servers and bartenders are the best actors out there. Mic drop. Clip drop.
I've been telling people for the longest time I'm the best actor of my generation.
Y'all ever thought about working at one of those restaurants that like lets you yell at people and tell them awful things?
I would love to do that for just like 1 week.
Oh, I would love to do it just because I'm a Gemini and I'm just going there with a free personality. So I'm the big. If I want to act crazy,
everyone's hands. These hands are free.
Do I want to be like Samuel L. Jackson? Be like, why are you motherfuckers at my motherfucking bar? Like, kind of like that. Can I do that?
I want to work at the place where they let you, where they do the shots where they take a shot and then you throw water at them and then you like slap their
hurricane
fucking
slap.
face. I did it to one of my friends. Let me do it to them. And
nah, if a girl slaps me in the face, we fucking. I'm sorry, that shit's gonna. It's gonna make me mad, but it's still gonna make my dick hard. So like, I can't get slapped by a woman because I can't lie. That shit might. Bree, stop playing.
I got baited into.
I'll flip this fucking table over.
I got baited into doing a blowjob shot because I didn't know what it was.
I thought he was about to say he got baited into doing a blowjob. But like Ryan's talking reckless on camera.
I didn't do one. I made it until my 27th birthday, and then they made me do one.
I didn't know what it was.
Someone made me do one
so
2 years ago.
It was pretty bad, but I love whipped cream, so when I realized what it was,
Last year, it was my birthday last year. My friend Rachel
it
made me do it.
Bad.
Remember Rachel from the poorhouse, the blonde girl? I think she made me do one. They gave me the fucking BBCs of fucking blowjob shots. That
Also,
shit was
people
piled
making
high.
blowjob shots. You gotta do it right. When I'm
not
like,
doing
those
that
are
shit
some
right
lick
no more.
dicks.
I'm
I'm like,
too
you
old
gotta make that shit nice.
Matter of fact, I'm to the point now, I feel like I'm done bartending at a sports bar. I feel like I want to bartend at like a fucking...
Cocktail bartending and stuff?
I want to do like... I want to bartend at like a little bar of like 8 people, and I just want them to be there like gambling, or I want them... I want them to be there gambling, or like at a country club. Like, I just want to talk my shit. I want to be like the bartender that knows everything that's happening, just give people information and get information from people. I kind of want to be like the fucking Oracle. Like, I just want to be like, yeah, that fucking...
You have to age pretty.
You're
like
watching
20 years.
watching Matrix?
I haven't watched it in a while, but, you know, that's where I'm at. It's like the Matrix, motherfucker. I'm trying to... Listen.
Is this your rant of the week?
My rant? I mean, if you really want me to rant, like, I can
You
always
wrote
go
it down.
rant.
You said
We're not talking about a
rant
game.
of the week.
Listen. We're not talking about a game. The game I go out there and die for. We're talking about practice.
Oh.
You don't even know what that is. You don't even know my rant.
Let's go.
Are we in for it?
No, that was... See?
Oh no.
Y'all are young. This is fucked up.
What do you mean?
This is so fucked up. These motherfuckers don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Not a game. We're talking about practice, man. That's it.
Is that a Michael Jordan quote?
No! Oh my god. You guys don't know? He's not even up here. It's Philly's own. We'll move on.
You don't want to rant? Is that your rant?
I feel like I've just been ranting all podcast. Like, I don't even know why we're trying to act like this is like a rant. Like, brother's been going off all night. Like, it's the last day of Gemini season, the last day of National Jordan, George, J-Smoove Day, Juneteenth Day, fucking Cancer season's tomorrow's Bri's season.
Oh my god, my birthday is so soon.
We'll talk about cancers next week. Be prepared. Be prepared to let it out.
People hate cancers.
I was about to say, what is...
Cancers are emotional. They're soft.
Last day of Gemini season, you gotta go over your
I'm
favorite.
gonna slap him at
You gotta
some
go
point.
over your favorite.
Listen.
Your favorite
You scared?
sign.
My best friend Perry, he is a cancer. He calls himself an emotional. He calls himself an emotional cancer. I'm sorry, it's just what it is.
Yes, we are emotional.
Most cancers are very emotional.
But I am no longer. Thank you, antidepressants.
On the last day of.
Nah.
I'm still emotional, but I also have a mood disorder.
Listen, I'm Gemini. Like, I watch all these videos. I do have multiple personalities. Like, I am split. Like, I can't help it.
So am I, though.
Like
But
tomorrow,
that's my mood disorder.
like tomorrow,
That's
I
not
want to be a
cancer.
47-year-old white woman going to yoga, and in the afternoon, I'm going to be a 34-year-old black man talking business, and then after that, I'm going to be a 69-year-old white woman getting a massage, like, and then I'm going to be I don't know if I'm going to be J-Smoove or George
Are
or
you not going to the beach this week or is it next week?
It'll be next week.
Oh, I looked at my schedule wrong.
And then I gotta figure out, oh yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything the week of the 4th.
When we go on the beach? When we
Yeah,
go
I
on
don't
the
think-
beach?
I don't think I have anything. Oh wait, I gotta check my text though. I might have to do something the 4th. I might have to actually do, I don't know if I'm doing bingo or not, because 4th of July this year is on a Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. I had to work last year, and I stayed at PJ's the whole time and got fucked up. That's when me and my boy Phil, shout out Phil, we were downing fucking Fireball. Not Fireball, JD Fire. JD Fire is so much better than Fireball. Mark
Yes,
my words.
but no.
And
Oh, I just thought of a story from this week.
one eternity later. All right, go ahead. Break it down before you know.
Oh, it
baby,
wasn't
it's
like
simple.
work related. I mean, it kind of was. I had my first really bad allergic reaction this year. Ever in my life.
Oh? So what?
Yeah, I have no idea. I was eating wings. I don't think I told you about this.
No, you did.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. I was out, I took a lot of Benadryl. I was out at the bar after work with my coworkers. I ate wings, and all of a sudden my lower lip starts getting really puffy.
Shit, them DSLs.
And then all of a sudden, I literally, you know, when you're like, I literally looked like, I can't
Right,
even
it
do
was
it.
just all puffy.
And my friends were like, you look like you just got really bad lip injections. And I was like, and then I looked at the mirror and I was like, oh my god. And then I freaked out. And like, I took, one of the bartenders there had some Benadryl. And then they were like, you're not allowed to leave. And I was like, what? And I was like, I wasn't even drunk. That's the funny part. Like, I hadn't had, like, barely any alcohol.
Oh, God forbid, even
Nah,
with
listen.
reaction, they're viable for her.
I've learned this,
It was so bad.
Ryan.
I don't know what it was, though.
I hate to do this to Bri and all the girls out there, but when a girl says they didn't have a lot of alcohol,
Okay, but I actually didn't. They wouldn't serve me alcohol at the bar.
that shit's usually like, oh, I think I only had 2
No.
drinks, and then I had a shot. Oh, and then there was this other shot too,
No,
and
literally.
then I got one more before I left. I'm like, nigga,
Bro, it's because motherfuckers be handing y'all shit.
right?
Okay, but I didn't have my ID, so they wouldn't serve me at the bar. I did have some shots earlier in the day at work, but that
How
was
many
like
shots?
4.
Yo, I'm done. I'm dead. I'm dead.
But that was like multiple.
I told you.
But that was like there was a solid like 6 hours. Before
I'm usually
I was at the
chilling
bar.
at 4 shots.
J. Cole said it best, so you know you got to multiply by
8
3.
I'm sloshed.
They were like baby shots. They were
12
baby
I'm
shots. I
forgetting
can't
the
do
night.
that many. That's too many for me.
God, if someone
Yeah.
ever made me do 21 shots, I'd be fucked. Depends.
I did 21 Jello shots my 21st birthday.
That wouldn't be that bad.
Okay, well, Jello shots are.
No, I know, but that was the only way I was doing it. Alright, what do stereotypical gender roles, why? I said why do stereotypical gender roles still exist in society? I mean, at the end of the day, they do and they don't. It just depends. It depends what kind of, honestly, in my relationships that I've been in, I've always let the woman dictate what she wants and how she wants to run the
That's how
relationship.
it should be done.
I mean, yeah, like if you want to cook, you can cook. We can figure out the cooking, and you know what I'm saying. We can figure out everything. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm down to play whatever role I gotta play, as long as I can be myself, have my space, and lay this pipe when I need to. I am good to fucking go. Like that's all I really care about.
There's any millionaire women out there. I'll cook and clean for you.
Like, listen, like I'll do anything, anything.
Well, okay. Would you be a stay-at-home dad if the opportunity presented itself? Say your wife one day making
She's gonna have to be
buku
giving
money
me up the buns a lot then. If I'm staying home every day, she's gonna have to
with the
be.
kids.
She's
So
gonna,
if she's sneaking over from work trying to catch buns.
yeah, exactly. She gotta come home from work sometimes to give her man some
Why
loving.
don't you just go to work?
Huh?
Why don't you go to her work?
Go to her.
Surprise her. Bring her a little picnic
Nah, I'm trying to get freaky.
basket with some wine and just be like.
If I'm gonna be home all day, like I need someone to come home and like. I mean, I would be good at it. I mean, that's pretty much where it's at now. If you want to be realistic, kind of for the most part. If I didn't still bartend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, would you take on that opposite gender role if the opportunity presented itself.
As long as I get buns, I really don't care.
Such a man.
I'm serious. Like, I'm easy. Like, listen, I just want to live in peace. I like my peace, my quiet. I like to be in my zone. I like peace, quiet, peaceful and quiet, peaceful and quiet. That's all I really want. And I just occasionally want to grab some ass, suck on some titties, lick on some box,
Sounds like a great fucking life to me.
and shoot wherever the fuck it goes. I'm getting really ratchet about that.
Yeah, that was a little much.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm just being
not-
honest.
I mean,
for me,
it's gotta,
for that.
it's gotta come out. It's last day of Gemini season. He's on the point though. That's like that's where my
He's
brain
got to
at.
get it all
That's where
out.
my brain's at pretty much 24/7.
But I'm serious. Like,
Get my money. Get my.
see, moms take care of kids. I say there's a lot of divorces out here, so there's a lot of dads out here doing the single thing too. And there's a lot of dads nowadays, parenting, I feel like, is split both ways. Both parents, I feel like, play their parts in their kid's life, whether they're together or not. Mom cleans, dad financial provider,
There.
work long hours. I feel like everyone works long hours now.
I feel like it's very like all right. So for my situation, it's obviously a little different, but at the same time, I get frequently asked when like I have people who like they find out I'm gay. Like say I'm at a bar. I had one of my clients last week. I was tattooing him, and he asked me. He was like, I don't want to be like rude or anything, but like, does one of you like in a relationship take on like the male role?
Yeah.
And my mom asked me this. She's like, why do you always have to be the man? Because I take on the man role because I like being chivalrous. Like I like to take care of like my girl. Like that's what I do. But that's seen as being the man, even though I'm just taking on. It's more so just taking on like a dominant role. Because
I was about to say, to be fair,
but also like that girl could whip me around. Like
I just feel like for
I'll be
me,
a little bitch. I don't care.
I feel like for me it's completely different. I don't even feel like I can live a normal life no matter what. I feel like no matter what, none of the roles will be able to be normal anyway. It's not like I can fucking sit down and eat dinner with.
You're never gonna have a 9 to 5.
Yeah. So I feel like that throws out kind of gender roles. I'm more of like, so I feel like, all right, put it this way. I look at my relationship like this. Like, I don't play the gender roles like, all right, this is what you bring to the team. Like, my teamship is like Shaq and Kobe. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, who else? Jordan and Pippen. Like, I need to be a dynamic duo. Like, I need to be the greatest of all time. Like, we are both fucking superstars, and we carry the team, the franchise, on our fucking back every fucking night. That's what the fuck we do.
It just needs to be mutual.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Shout out J. Cole.
I was like.
It's true, man. Girls out here.
They do like exist.
Nah,
like, I don't think
that.
it's ever gonna go away.
Some niggas try to save hoes. I'm not that heroic. That's J. Cole said that too. That's another J. Cole line.
Trauma. It's never gonna go away. Maybe in like 30, 40, 50 years.
No, don't save her.
Probably not.
These girls don't want to be saved. They don't.
No, I like to do the saving, which is bad. One of my toxic traits. Bringing it back around.
Honestly, if I had to end this on my most toxic trait, I feel like it's just. I feel like I have a charming behavior. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to confess it.
You're very charming. It's okay. My ex was too.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just enjoy life. I'm just happy. I just like to smile.
people want to be around you.
I just enjoy being happy. So I'm just chilling. So.
Damn, you make that sound so bad.
No, it's kind of toxic though.
It is.
Because I'm very clueless. That's what, it's clueless.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, chilling and clueless. It's the combination. It's the two wing sauce. It's the hot and honey, all right? That's what that is. That's what I'll call it. I'll call that the hot and honey.
I'm scared of wings now.
Toxicity.
They're so good though.
Bri,
Yeah.
anything else you want to say? The new kid on the block.
Hashtag
Hashtag
complicated?
hashtag
Is that
specimen.
what it says?
Anything hashtag camera daddy wants to say?
Nah, me and this bitch, I don't know.
Well, hashtag bubbly black man's out.
Adios,
Adios.
amigos.
Bye-bye.
Wait, don't end the live. Or is there anyone watching?